Okay. Hi Gemini, and welcome to your January 2020 general reading. So I am doing a sort of Merry Christmas, Happy New Year reading to all Geminis watching. I'm not sure about the regularity of my readings yet. My energy is very, very up and down, and I am in transition in my life at the moment. But what I wanted to do is do a reading for the month ahead. So you got the Loyal Heart card. I really love this card. The reason why I love it is seeing practical evidence of someone's commitment, someone's feelings, someone's very but practical. It might only be pages that show up, by the way. A lot of people don't like the pages, but we'll find out more. But can sometimes be some showing how, sometimes we don't always see what's in front of us. I'm guilty of it. We get lost in our own perceptions. Sometimes the Loyal Heart is actually seeing evidence of someone's feelings for you, someone's commitments to you, that sort of thing. But let's find out. I tend to love it when it shows up. It always makes me smile. So I almost want you to have a very, very clear mind. So when we've got a clear mind, we begin to see what's really, really there for us. And sometimes we don't see it. Let's find out. Sorry, I'm going on a bit. So what's going on for Gemini, please? Okay. You've got the Justice card behind you, which is about Libra, with the King of Pentacles. What you want is a page. I had a feeling there was going to be pages around you. So the Page of Wands can be about new projects. It can be about desire, sexuality, attraction. This page, look at his body language. He steps forward. He makes a gesture. So I wonder if some of you are dealing with a situation. I had a feeling this was going on for you already a bit. That, what am I trying to say? That something around you, but not being able to see it clearly. The gift, which is 9 of Cups. What a beautiful gift. Heart's desires. Challenge is a Hierophant. Yeah, thought it might be. And that's what I meant with the Loyal Heart. It might be only seeing small parts of evidence of what's really going on in someone else's heart. Which for some reason I'm getting it with someone else. And this is not even a relationship reading yet. But look, get the Knight of Cups in your relationships. Very interesting. There's some sort of energy coming forward to you. The Hierophant as a challenge. Now the Hierophant is very much about marriage, security. It ain't going to be a Hierophant yet because it's a page and it's a Knight. 5 of Wands and money and work, so a bit of head and heart going in separate directions. Devil at the soul level, and then you get the Strength card as the outcome. You know what, Gemini? I've got an awful lot of frustration when I'm looking at this reading. And what I'm getting on one hand is about attraction, heart, desire, potential. But the challenge is about this feeling of the Devil and the Hierophant are all about form, things being really, 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 really stabilized. I think some of you might be dealing with a situation where there might be a lot of potential, maybe some flirtation, some desire, but a feeling of a little bit of frustration that everything's not coming into form yet. Now, evolution takes quite a long time on this planet, Gemini. And when I started your reading, and that loyal heart card is always the same, it can be a little bit of a seeing small things. I'll find out more. Now behind you is the Justice card with the King of Pentacles. So the Justice card is Libra. King of Pentacles can be an earth sign person. The King of Pentacles is also a very fixed, stubborn energy. So is the Hierophant, and so is the Devil card. So all very earthy. Make sure you're not being too stubborn here, because these are all very, very fixed energies. Because all these energies are about lightness. They're all very joy, all very flirtatious, all very much about the seeds of new potential. But when there's all these seeds of new potential, they need a little bit of encouragement. They need the right conditions, and they need play, they need fun. Because these are all a little bit too wanting an oak tree when there's only a seed. The Justice card is the Libra card. So that's what's behind you. So feeling quite stable in Libra card, being quite balanced. Now what you want is a Page of Wands, which means you want evidence. You want someone to step forward to show evidence of their interest or desire. Nine of Cups is your gift, so that's your heart's desire. Beautiful energies here, but the two of them are extremely light-hearted. So dating, having fun, being light, and not rushing to make it into anything too quickly, because the Hierophant is a challenge. The Hierophant is about marriage, it's about tradition. Again, it's Taurus, very, very, and that's not what this is about. This is almost like the energy of dating, flirtation, and lightness, basically. Knight of Cups in your relationships. Knight of Cups is so light-hearted. He's in love with love. He's in love with, he's like, you know, a young teenager on his first date. Very, very much gushing in here. All extremely joyful, light-hearted energy, Gemini. And this is the energy that I want you to occupy. Because it's this energy that eventually creates the Hierophant. We don't get the Hierophant first. The stages of love are always about lightness and infatuation. And it's the most spectacular experience of being alive. And this is what's going on here. Give me one card that connects the three of them. Three of Cups and the Six of Wands. So joy, celebration, victory, but all about lightness. It's sometimes I work with people, and I'm not saying this is the case for you, Gemini, but they go into a relationship wanting it to be serious too quickly. And this is all about lightness here, having fun. If you don't want it, I'll have it. Okay, very beautiful. Money and work, you get the Five of Wands. There's a head and heart thing going on. A little bit of might be a little bit of a struggle in your work life. Might be a bit of a clashes with colleagues. Might be a little bit of a head and heart decision about the way forward. The Five of Wands is actually quite a big breakthrough card, because it creates a friction. And when we're in a state of friction over something, that's what propels movement. So think of an engine that goes on. Without the friction, nothing's going to move. So there's a little bit of head and heart going on in your money and work. Is there anything else? And then you get the Four of Wands. So it doesn't look... The Four of Wands is celebration, tends to be very good news. But there might be a little bit of friction here, a little bit of a desire to make some changes here. There might be a little bit of conflict with workmates. That's what the Five of Wands can quite often show up as. Little bits of tension. Not the most comfortable card. It actually quite often calls for you to make some changes here. I'm not getting any drama with that Four of Wands, but there might be some changes in the air. The Devil is in a soul position. Again, what's this Devil about? Because I can't help feeling it's very similar to the Hierophant. So rather than enjoying this beautiful summertime, because this is all about summertime, and these cards can be a feeling that everything's moving a little bit slowly because it's all earth energy. And earth energy is about the process of evolution, yeah? The slow evolving of something. Sometimes the Devil card can make it... The Devil card's about mastery. Mastery over our emotions, our life force. It can be a feeling of... It can be about a relationship that you feel is moving too slowly. It's a little bit stuck. Remember, as a Gemini, what you're in charge of is your perception, okay? Because we can choose to think that way, or you can enjoy this beautiful energy. The first stages of love are the stages of infatuation. And when a relationship gets to this energy, all the people want to do is go back to the infatuation again, but a part of our souls sometimes wants to lock everything down rather than just celebrating this beautiful energy. Tell me I'm going to use another deck. There might be a bit of a desire to master yourself here. It's funny, with the Ace of Pentacles. Form, and then Five of Wands in money and work. Some Geminis might be wanting to birth some sort of new chapter here to do with your finances. So anything to do with your finances is always about businesses, jobs, college courses, that sort of thing. And maybe there's a little bit of frustration here. Some of you might be having to let go of security in order to birth something new, and that's why the Hierophant is a challenge. Because the Hierophant is about the known, stabilizing stuff. And sometimes to birth something new, we need to let go of the old. Pisces really got that reading, by the way, in order to birth something new. And then you get the Strength card. And the Strength card is so much about that sense of special destiny, that every single one of us came here to do a purpose. There's no one in this world that's without a sense of purpose, okay? A lot of us die without ever finding that purpose. I'm sorry that's a bit bleak, but it's true, by the way. I think some Geminis, apart from this beautiful relationship energy, oh Gemini, enjoy this, please. Please. That's what makes a soul feel that it's capable of anything, when you have this light-hearted love and attraction. But there's something going on about your work in this world, okay? The great astrology of the month is obviously Pluto and Saturn in conjunction, which is a new phase in humanity, navigating this great change. A lot of us have got a job to do in this great change, especially because I say people who look at tarot readings, they already have a sense of a higher world, a destiny. There might be a sense of, what am I here to do? I know you might begin to feel this restlessness in your own soul to make some changes, because that's what the Strength card is about. When we listen to our voice, and sometimes that voice is the voice of discontent, I'm bored, I'm fed up. If we listen to it and even make the smallest steps to follow it, then our destiny tends to show up to meet us. So it's not something we have to go out and do. Apart from, it's more a voice we need to listen to and propel our lives forward. So what's going on with Gemini's love and relationships? I'm a little bit envious. Boy, it's such a light-hearted energy. Yeah, Ace of Wands, desire, passion, and it's what you're looking for. But the Page of Wands actually makes an action because the way his body language moves forward. But there's two messages here, Gemini, and it's almost like that duality of yours. It's not only about relationships here. In fact, relationship issues should come after our destiny. Although the universe isn't always that neat, there's also a sense of maybe being a little bit discontent and restless and wanting to master the world of form. That's what Saturn rules at soul level. And sometimes the way that comes across is a feeling of, I am restless and discontent with what I'm doing. I'm bored. What's next? And all I tend to do in my meditations is actually say, what is next? Begin to ask, what do you desire of me? What do you want from me? And we just begin to ask, and then we begin to get a sense of this destiny, and we begin to follow this North Star, because the North Star is looking right at the Nine of Cups, which is the energy of the heart, wish fulfillment, desires. And I'm not quite sure about this relationship. It looks all very light. All very light here. How you get into a relationship and how you start it is so important to how the whole relationship unfolds. So this is the early stages of desire and interest. We can try and push it, or we can take a step back and we can savor every single minute of it and let our hearts open up and feel this lovely energy of what it feels like to have your heart open and feeling this desire between you and someone else. I think some Geminis are going to see evidence of someone else's feelings. It's only going to be a page, which means it won't be in your face. It'll be subtle. But Gemini, when you learn to have your lens of perception clear, the pages are the most adorable energies. Okay, Gemini, I'll speak to you later, and I really wish you the most blessed 2020. Much love to you. Bye.